right, I'm Cassie.
I'm Keegan.
I'm Christina.
And I shared with you guys a TikTok that came across, and the comment section, first of all, it was naked breakfast. It already has like over 1 million likes. So it's basically just a picture of this girl. And the thing says, he wore the shirt I got him for Christmas to their engagement party, by the way. And so the comment section is like, holy shit.
Yeah,
like
because that one, you're like, okay, I mean, it's not great.
It sucks.
It wouldn't feel good, like, if you saw that. But also, I can totally see men just being like, it's a shirt.
It's a shirt.
You know, it's just a shirt I own. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Right.
But some of these are straight up fucking criminal.
Shit.
Like,
he named his new daughter the name we had picked out for our baby that we lost. That
is disgusting. That's disgusting. He wore my dad's watch to his wedding.
Dude. Dude. Oh,
Dude.
God.
It's so bad. His dating profile picture was taken at our vow renewal ceremony.
God. Fuck.
Just what are you thinking?
Dude.
Like, what you like? I know what you're thinking. You're thinking this is a good picture of me.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Like,
that's
all.
it. That's it.
as far as it goes.
Slept with my best friend in a blanket I crocheted myself for him.
Oh,
She helped me pick out the colors when I was buying the yarn.
The betrayal.
Absolutely.
The betrayal. Okay. We were just talking off mic, and we've talked about this before, I think on a shorty when we were talking about the summer house drama. But I keep saying how I still have not, the way I am tuned in to everything happening on that show this season, and like all the new drops for the reunion, even though I've never seen an episode of this show. And I am like locked into, I'm sat for all 3 parts of this reunion as someone who's not even watched this show before.
Exactly.
But the issue, because like that story that you just told, like, the issue is, yes, the betrayal of the boyfriend, but it's the friend betrayal where you're just like, the people who I see, and granted, not a lot of them seem to exist. So just to recap, the summer house drama is that like Sierra's best friend, Amanda, was sleeping with her ex-boyfriend who she still had feelings for, who really fucked her up. Mm-hmm. And the level of deception that you see play out, you know, where she's like, I've got your back, and they have this close friendship thing. The people who don't see why it's a big deal, specifically the women who don't see why it's a big deal, I'm like, I bet you're a terrible fucking friend.
Yep.
I bet you are awful to your friends, because that is just not something that you do. It's just like, it's a betrayal on a completely different level when it's your best friend.
Your maid of honor.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
oh God, Christina, I forget that all the time.
Yeah.
Fucking horrifying.
This one, this person says he ordered his wedding cake from the bakery that I worked at. I had to make his wedding cake.
Oh no.
Horrible.
Dude.
Cassie, actually both of you I feel like are gonna hate this. They took engagement pictures as a quote happy family of 3 with my dog.
However fucking dare you.
That's
the
betrayal.
Disrespect.
The disrespect. My child? My
Mine?
child. I don't think so. Nope.
Wow.
Oh my God. She repainted the table my grandpa made with his bare hands.
Girl, I would.
I almost choked.
In that same regard,
Wow.
her morning coffee sits on my childhood coffee table that he refinished for me in 1998.
Why didn't you take that with you? Like, you don't get to keep that. Okay, here's another one. He named his son Orion. The name we had picked out because we were in a long-distance relationship and we used to look up at the Orion constellation when we were missing each other and when we were saying goodnight on the phone.
Yo, this man's obsessed with you. So.
Yeah. Yeah. She wears my engagement ring. It has our initials engraved inside of it. Her name doesn't start with either of the initials. Would the way...
Oh my God.
I would not wear a secondhand engagement ring. I'm number 2. Like, no. No.
Oh my God. She's wearing my engagement ring and sleeping in my bed with the blanket my mom left for me when she passed. He never gave me the blanket back, and that's all I wanted. He could keep the house and the bed and the trunk, but that blanket was the last thing I had of my mom.
Girl, again, look.
Sue!
People need jail immediately. People also need stronger girlfriends because the way, if you told me a man did that to you, we are going to go knock on his, like, break his door down right fucking now.
Right
like,
now.
We're not leaving without that blanket.
Yeah.
You got me fucked up. Absolutely not.
911 immediately.
That is so devastating.
That is diabolical. That is diabolical. I need to be compensated
for reading this.
For reading this.
Truly, yeah. I mean, I love the comment that says, I'm not mature or sane enough for any of these scenarios.
No.
He proposed with the same ring I said no to 24 hours before.
Oh,
damn. Sir.
Do you think that the other party in these
Diabolical.
situations knows? Because the way I'd be so mad, you know, like if we agreed to name our son Orion and then I find out that you had a whole thing with your ex with that name,
girl,
I'm
I would be
pissed.
furious.
Dude,
Yes.
Furious.
listen to this. Called me in tears while he was in Italy with his wife and said, remember when we used to talk about coming here together? Oh, my Lola, how I wish it was you here with me.
No.
Just know I will always love you so much. It was 12 years after we dated.
oh,
girl. Oh, no.
oh man.
This one would set me on fire. I told him my business idea. He said it would never work and really discouraged me from starting it. I broke up with him because I felt like a shell of a person I once was. He started a business with my business idea and my business plan a few months after. It's very successful.
Oh,
He has
Christina,
about the owner section on the website where he says he came up with it one day while he was daydreaming.
oh, name him. Name him.
That
Name
someone said name drop it.
Name
I'm
drop it.
looking.
Name
Because
drop
I'm
it.
like,
God.
the way that I'm getting on Google right now, about to leave a review.
Oh my
How
God.
fucking dare you?
I'm looking. There's like 148. I'm like, I need to know that business because I need revenge.
Does he have a
for
Yelp
her.
page asking for a friend?
Yeah, I saw the energy shift with Christina immediately. You put your vape down.
Yeah.
Actually, you
No.
were like,
No, that's that's theft, thievery,
yeah, I feel like
malfeasance.
he used your business plan. I feel like that's illegal, no? Right? If you can prove it,
I mean, I don't think so.
can't really do anything
No.
about it.
No.
that
highly
sucks.
unethical and shitty. And he's gonna have to live the rest of his life deep down inside, knowing he did that to somebody.
People like this don't care. I really think that people like this do not give a shit about other people because he's being bold with it. I mean, like that's a really public facing thing to do. Like, ugh, awful. The decorations on their Christmas tree are from my grandma.
That.
Horrible.
He started dating and planning a future with the girl that was my nurse after giving birth to our preemie twins when they were about a week old and still in the NICU.
I need to have a
Wow.
conversation with that nurse. We need to talk.
Wow.
We need to talk.
They got matching tattoos of art I created.
That was kind of
Honestly,
funny, actually.
I don't
Kind of
even
boss
know,
move.
like-
I'm actually kind of.
Yeah.
That's great. I do love this comment where it just says, "Wait, uninvolve me." Like, I don't want to know.
No.
This is too much. I don't want to know what it's like out here.
Unfollow. I do not claim this energy.
Horrible.
Oh, my furniture is in their engagement photos.
Yeah, a
Two
lot of
things
these.
to say about that. Why are you taking engagement photos? I'm assuming in your house. What a
People
weird
do
thing
that.
to do.
Yeah, some people do that. They want that, like, yeah, we're just so cool and easy breezy and low maintenance vibe.
Ugh, gross.
A lot of these have to do with naming their kids after. There was one that was
That's
like they have 4
wild.
daughters and named them all variations of my first and middle name. And I'm like, that is fucking crazy. But you remember when that happened a few years ago with Adam Levine, where he had cheated on his wife with that model, and then he reached back out to her to be like, hey, my wife is pregnant. Is it okay if we use your name for our baby name? And so many comments under that were like, yeah, my mom did that too. Like, my dad did that too. Or like, I'm named after my dad's mistress or whatever.
Dude.
Crazy. There are so many names out there. Why?
Yeah.
Why?
Dude,
Wow.
we bought my childhood home from my parents. He got to keep the house. They were married 6 months after our divorce. 4 years later, she passed from cancer in what had been my parents' bedroom.
Oh.
Whoa.
Oh, I don't like that.
Oh, yikes.
Heavy.
Dude, it's your childhood home. And it's like, I don't listen.
Ugh.
If something were to happen, like if we were living in, say, Eric's childhood home and like we broke up or whatever, I wouldn't
want to stay there.
I wouldn't
why
wanna
would
stay
you?
there.
Weird energy.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Like really weird energy. You're never going to be able to move on yourself.
Right.
That's why I am convinced that these people are just obsessed with their exes. Like, that's really what
Yeah.
it is. And they're just like doing things to hold on to something.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh my God. May this love never find any of us on the podcast talking and you listeners. Goodness.
Ugh.
Yeah.
This
yeah.
is-
These
This is
comments
the kind of thing that like rewire your brain. Do you know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like this is trauma.
God.
16 years later, he sent me a receipt from his sushi dinner with his wife at our favorite sushi restaurant in the town we used to live in together that they moved to together 16 years later. He sent
That's so
her a
fucking
receipt.
weird. That's weird.
It's so weird. Again, like you're thinking about somebody for 16 years.
That's weird.
Yeah.
You're married. You have a life with someone else.
Ugh.
What are you
That's-
doing?
You know what that's telling me? I think people that zombie back that long later, they're unhappy in their present situation and they're trying an easy way to rekindle some sort of affair situation.
Yeah, I mean, and that long, like 16 years, I think it's also, you've probably romanticized this person for all this time. You've probably forgotten a lot of the shit you didn't like about them, and you've just continued to think about all the good shit, and you think that that's the person you're going to end up with. But 16 years is a long time, first of all.
Yeah.
That person is not the same person.
Mm-hmm. I know that there's some people that are friends with their exes, and I think that, you know, in some situations that's completely fine, but I have never kept a friendship going with any of my exes, and also would not be texting them years later. But I get texts.
I know.
I get
Yeah.
texts
Yeah.
frequently, at least a couple times a year, from a couple
Mm-hmm.
people from
Just
sometimes,
random exes.
And now I'm like, it's been years. At this point, I'm on year 7 with dating Eric. So, like, these aren't recent. I'm like,
Right.
why are you reaching out to me, though?
Yeah. Remind me to tell you guys something when we pause, when we're off mic.
Let's take a break.
Because-
All right.
Let's take a break right now. No, but yeah, I mean, it's crazy.
I don't know
it's
what
a wild
that
thing.
is. I don't know
Oh my
why
God.
guys do that.
I found
do.
the
It's
one
'cause you're
though.
so great.
I found
They
the
know
one.
what they did.
Okay, so I found the one. He named all of his 5 daughters after me using different combinations of my first and middle name.
Yeah, I
So-
mentioned that earlier. Insane.
Did you read the names?
No, I
No,
didn't.
what
read
are the names?
Okay.
Give me the names.
So she said she doesn't give like her real name, but what she says is basically like, imagine my name's Lisa Marie. He named his first daughter Lisa, second Marie. The third one he named Lissy May, fourth Marie Lee, fifth Lucinda Margaret. There's just examples, but you get the drift.
What?
5
This is insane.
kids.
This is insane on so many levels. Like, it's insane to name your kids. First of all, it's giving Duggar energy, where we're naming all of our children fucking names that start with J, you know? Like,
Oh,
it's,
totally.
Stop it. You know, these are individuals. Playing with kids' names like this, you are bringing your child into the world with drama.
Yeah.
And that is messy as fuck. This is a person.
So wild.
Like, what are you doing?
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
No, these comments are just devastating.
yeah.
Oh my gosh.
People
My dad's
are
dating profile pictures while he was still married to my mom were the cropped family photos we took for our church directory. He was a pastor.
Oh.
Oh my God. What are you doing? What?
Oh my
These
god.
people are really brave, I have to say.
Oh my God.
You know?
The church, not the church directory. God damn.
Which also, as someone who was in the church directory, the pictures probably aren't even that good.
No.
It's like a school yearbook.
No, they're awful.
You know? Yeah.
This
no.
person said the comment section makes me want to divorce my husband. He didn't even do anything.
Mhm. Yeah. Preemptive divorce. Have you checked his notes app?
if you open Google Drive on his
Oh
phone.
my God. Yeah. For those of you who haven't listened to the shorty, or maybe the shorty hasn't come out yet, comes out for June. We talk about that. That's what cheaters are doing now, is using notes app to talk to their side pieces.
So
Insane.
unsexy. So gross.
Oh
God.
my God. Tragic.
You accidentally put your grocery list on her. Like, what is this? Oh, sorry. Wrong note. Wrong note.
Yep, sorry, wrong
This
thread.
Oh my gosh. Well, you guys want to take 5 and then we'll come back with stories?
Sounds good.
Yes. And we're back. Okay, I have the Tainted Love this week. And I guess now's a good time to say we are going to be taking another little summer break this summer. And by that, I mean, you are still going to get an episode every single week. But we are going to be taking a break from doing Tainted Loves for the months of June, July, and August. And then we will resume our regularly scheduled programming. Thank you guys so much for being so patient with us. Last year, it really was helpful for us. I'm sure, like so many of you, summer becomes really hectic and busy. We end up going out of town, going on trips, doing a lot of things over the summer. And so this just really helps us to be able to get ahead, to be able to do that, and still be able to provide you with content every week. So thank you so much for understanding in advance. And okay, I'm going to kick us off with stories. This is from a listener, and I had to share it because it is half worst date story, and it is half just like a really sweet message. So
Okay.
Says, I've been listening to your podcast for a while now, and I would like to let you all know that it's been a lifesaver. For the past 3.5 years, I have been a wildland firefighter and work with pretty much only men. The job is difficult physically, but more than that, it's difficult mentally. On my current crew, I am the only non-man, and let me tell you, the amount of rage that I felt listening to them is unending, and the amount that I felt it necessary to hold my tongue is ridiculous. Being in a male-dominated industry makes me feel insecure and less than sometimes, despite my belief that gender is not a qualifier determining how capable somebody is. It makes you feel crazy sometimes after so many tiny moments and comments, and then one day waking up and feeling the massive weight of all of them, but not being able to point to anything in particular for feeling the way you feel. That is so fucking real. Where it's just like little things, like microaggressions. That's why microaggressions are worst. A problem. Yeah.
Well, Keegan, you and I probably understand that from the point of being biracial.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, for sure.
Definitely, I felt a lot of that around like white extended family members, like hearing little comments and stuff like that all the time. Just it sits on your heart.
And feeling like you're the problem because they don't mean it. They don't mean it maliciously. So why can't you just take a joke? It's, you know, it's not that serious. It's not that big a deal, you know? But it weighs on you. Those things pile one on top of the other. And being the only woman in a entirely male team, I can only imagine day in and day out, especially in a job that is physically demanding. The little things that are said every day, I can only imagine. Yeah. It is a very isolating job, far away from friends and family for most of the year, which can make you start to forget that you have a community of like-minded people that love you. On my worst days, listening to your podcast is a breath of fresh air and makes me feel less lonely. It reminds me that I'm not crazy, that men can never be and will never be better than me. I hope that other women and non-men out there in cis, straight, male-dominated jobs are holding on. You are necessary and valuable and so strong.
Yeah, that's right.
I wanted to write this message not only to thank you three, which was the main purpose, but also to bring awareness to wildland firefighters who work incredibly hard in less than ideal working conditions. The public is not always aware that there are firefighters outside of the cities who work far away from the public eye in the middle of the woods, walking for miles with heavy gear, sucking in thick smoke and other gases without masks, eating food that's been in its packaging for 20 years, working 16-hour days for 14 or 21 days in a row, sometimes working through the night for 24 or 48-hour shifts, sleeping on the ground, living with the knowledge that the inherent and deadly risk of the job doesn't ever go away, surviving off nicotine, coffee, and the knowledge that what we are doing is helping in its own small or large way.
Oh my God.
As someone who lives in California,
Thank you.
Even this last week, we were having fires. It smelled like a campfire outside earlier this week where I live. Like, we saw the devastation of the wildfires last year. And so I cannot thank people who are out there constantly, you know, working on this, putting those fires out, keeping us all safe. Thank you.
Well, and also what a sweet and giving person, because I mean, we're almost 8, guys. So not this episode, but the next episode is our official 8-year birthday.
Wow.
And happy birthday, you guys.
I know. It's
that's insane.
It is.
It is.
It's so much fun, and we love doing this, but you know, it's just so nice. There's a lot of work that goes into it, and just knowing that it's somehow helpful for our silly little thing where we're talking shit is really, really meaningful. So thank you for writing in.
Yeah. She says, I want to bring awareness to the fact that we could benefit from more attention and better working conditions. Consider donating to the Wildland Firefighter Foundation, or think about us when you see a smoke column or a wildfire on the news. and especially think about the incredible, kind women who are out there fucking killing it and trying to lay a foundation brick by brick for those who will come after them. Beautifully stated.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Wow.
But she said she has a worse date story for us. So let's jump into that one. She says it's more of a hookup rather than a date. Flashback to my freshman year of college. It's 2018. Brett Kavanaugh, die in hell. She puts in a parenthetical. Is picked for the Supreme Court. Anti-gun rallies are happening across the country. George H.W. Bush and John McCain are dead. There's a biracial princess in the royal family. The town of Paradise, California has burned. Astroworld by Travis Scott is released. Fortnite is becoming a cultural staple for gamers everywhere, and I have just gotten my braces off and broken up with my high school boyfriend.
Amazing. What a scene to be set.
So perfectly.
Perfect.
Oh my God.
Take yourselves back, if you will.
Yeah, God, you remember fucking Astroworld?
Jeez.
Jesus. My friends and I are at one of the last frat parties we will ever attend. After being yelled at on the sidewalk by 20-something-year-old boys with fragile egos, we are let in based on how sexy they think we are. We enter a space dominated by hungry, stinky men with bad music, sticky floors, and a massive punch bucket that looks like blood with Lord knows what amount of red 40 floating around.
Yep.
Oh my God.
I sent you that. I sent you that
smell
TikTok
it.
that was like... Yeah, that was like how Gen Xers and elder millennials party, like how millennials partied, where it was just like we were drinking. Who knows? Like there's an ice luge. I don't know what's in that. It's like
And they're
self
all
cleaning.
Self-cleaning.
Yeah. Yeah, they're like, what are the flavors of these Jello shots? It's like, I don't know.
Red.
The red one is strong, and the blue one is stronger.
So true.
That's what
I
we
used
got.
to be a shot
okay,
girl. I told you I used to be a shot girl.
I'm
I would
old
be a
enough
shot
to
girl. That would be fun.
remember putting fucking Jolly Ranchers in the bottom of Zimas.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah. Yeah. You know
Yes.
what? Look, not that I want to encourage it. Drinking is not healthy for you. We all know this. But drinking culture in the 2000s was so fucking bonkers.
Yeah.
Like, what happened? I guess people do White Claws now, but I'm like, back in the day, it was like, what happened to Mike's Hard Lemonade? What happened to Smirnoff Ices? Do people still do that?
Just said the
that
word.
was
You
like,
said the word Smirnoff ice, and I got heartburn.
can you taste it? Can you taste it? That like
The
very acidic.
Girl, I think what's different is like we were just like an optimistic generation. Like we're gonna fucking ride it till the wheels fell off. We're like fun time, good time, dancing at the clubs. Like
oh God, I miss
this.
clubs.
I truly think the internet culture and camera phones.
Yeah, we've talked about that before.
have
I do
ruined
totally agree.
Fun.
And again, we were drinking irresponsibly.
Yes. Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Like we truly were. I don't want to encourage that kind of like drinking culture because it's not healthy. But there's something so innocent almost about.
We were getting sweaty.
Girl.
Hot
damn.
and sweaty on the dance floor, drinking. Fuck, dude. We were a good time.
Camel Light and fucking vodka Red Bulls,
Menthol.
man.
What was it? The Camel Crushes. That's
Oh,
what I
yeah.
used to do, where you would like crush the bead in the middle and then it became a menthol cigarette.
I want to know how we have put people on the moon and we can't do a healthy cigarette. Like, what the
Right?
fuck?
Well, I'm sure we can do a healthy cigarette, but it's not going to give you
What you
the
need.
same. It's not going to give you what
The cessation.
what you want. Like it's the same thing as just like we have mood lifting beverages, but they're not booze. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like it's
Yeah.
not the same. It's like it's something that's great. And when I go through bouts where I'm not drinking, lovely, like to replace it with.
Yeah.
But it's not, and you're not. So you're going to get a healthy cigarette, and you're not going to be satisfied. Is all I'm telling you.
Yeah. You're right.
Because you want a cigarette.
Yeah, but I mean, they've made meat that tastes like meat, like real meat. I mean, Beyond Burgers exist. You can't make a Beyond cigarette.
Yep. That's what
Yeah,
I'm
and
asking.
impossible tastes even more like meat to me, but yeah.
We're looking for the impossible cigarette.
You know what? Trademark that. We're gonna find somebody.
The title of the episode. So we can say
The impossible cigarette.
Yeah, truly the impossible dream. Okay. Anyway, there's a large punch bucket that has red 40 floating in there. Okay. I'm in some lingerie type outfit with spindly heels that I could not imagine wearing today because my body is a weapon and I know how to use it.
Yeah, girl.
I still feel that way. Look, there is a tall, handsome man with an accent talking to his friend next to us. He tells a joke, and because I'm eavesdropping, I laugh. He turns around at me and smiles. Our eyes catch, and God, he's handsome. It would have been a movie moment if we weren't in a disgusting basement. Basement parties. Oh, a bucket of some weird alcoholic punch in someone's disgusting basement. Oh, okay. I'm far too drunk, and in retrospect, he should have realized this and done the responsible thing, but somehow we're upstairs kissing, and someone who lives there eventually kicks us back down, so he asks me to come to his room, which is down the street. He's from Brazil and in graduate school, and I'm inebriated and a barely legal baby, so I'm probably in no state to say yes or no, but I agree. My friends check in and ask where I'm going. They have my location, my phone is alive and well, so off we go. Honestly, already, this is the difference between 2018 and 2008.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's
Because
right.
you're already being a lot more responsible.
Yes, exactly.
I don't remember most of it, except him telling me that I have the body of a Brazilian woman. Keep in mind, I am ginger, so pale, I'm nearly translucent and very short, so the comparison feels dubious. Everything is hazy, but the memory of walking back down the stairs afterwards is crystal clear. He asks in his thick, scrumptious accent, so did you pee in my bed?
What? What?
Did you pee in my bed? Cue pregnant pause. I can barely fucking remember the last 30 minutes. I'm racking my brain. The best I could come up with was, I don't know, maybe. I'm wondering why he didn't bring this up earlier and worrying about it drying on his bed without him washing the sheets. But here we are in the stairwell. Regardless, he asks me to come smoke with his friends. Words are coming out of my mouth, but my 18-year-old self is petrified and humiliated, trying to surreptitiously feel around my private area and sniff my fingers to see if it smells like piss.
Did I pee myself? I don't know.
I mean, honestly,
I am
relatable.
Totally dead.
Yeah,
I
totally. You're like,
oh my God.
you're like, how can I casually reach down? Like, can I angle my body in such a way that people won't see?
Oh my God.
Oh my God. I find myself following him down the street back to the party. And as we wait for his friends, my brain is a racetrack trying to remember if I emptied my powerful bladder full of red 40 onto his twin-size mattress. He turns his back to me, and before I know it, I'm running, literally running down the street back to my dorm in my ridiculous heels. He turns around. She's like, "This is my opportunity. I gotta fucking get out of here."
Like, he turns around for like 3 seconds, and he's
like,
"Wait,
"We should go."
what?
What happened?
What?
I can't have been going very fast, and I was certainly clomping. So I imagine that he turned around and saw me running, which makes it even more hilarious in retrospect. just turns around and she's on heels, just
Drunkenly running.
Oh my God, I
so
can't
funny.
imagine. I'm literally like playing this out like a movie in my head.
my
At
God.
18, this would have been so
This
petrifying.
is such a good shame receipt. So juicy.
To this day, I think I dodged a bullet. Weird move for a graduate age student to want to bring my inebriated younger self to go smoke weed with his frat boy friends. I also think I squirted. Thank you, girls, again for all you do. You help more people than you know, Aaliyah.
Oh my
Or
God.
Aaliyah. Not sure. Oh my God.
Did I?
Incredible.
That is
Maybe?
at 18, the first time you squirted,
Yeah.
and you're like, you don't know. And then you look back on it as an adult and you're like, yeah, that's probably what happened. And like this guy had no idea. And so he just thought I peed in his bed.
God. Oh my
Poor girl.
God.
Oh.
Just-
Thank you so much for your really, really, really sweet email. So appreciate it. And everybody, definitely check that out. We can.
I'll put a link in the show notes for
Yeah, that'd be
where to
great.
donate. Yeah.
That'd be great.
I took a note, so I'll make sure to find it. Wow. Okay. This person says, first date, we met at a bar, had a few drinks, things were going great. He drank a lot more than me, but I'm a lightweight and thought he just had better tolerance than me. He went to the bathroom a few times, but I didn't think anything of it. Could have been nerves or just that we're hanging out for a few hours. He was very fun and very sociable. Finally,
I bet he was. Yeah.
finally,
Yeah.
I went to the bathroom, came out, he was gone. I thought he had taken the opportunity to just go to the bathroom again as well. I waited for about a half an hour, figured I got ghosted, settled the tab, and walked out. He was on his way back into the bar. He was drunk as all hell and was genuinely surprised that I was pissed off. He claimed he had gone to the other bar down the street to get a sparkling water. He tried to get me to go back inside.
You couldn't get a sparkling water in
at
the bar
this
you were
bar?
in?
No.
Right? They
Okay.
literally have it on the gun, my dude. So he tried to get me to go back inside, but I was angry and ready to leave. I started walking away and he pinned me up against the wall and started slurring at me, begging me not to leave, telling me that he loves me. Another person comes running up to us who turned out to be his quote unquote friend he had met up with at the other bar. He pulled my drunk date off of me and sent him inside, called me an Uber, gave me his Instagram, and told me to let him know when I got home safe. His friend and my rescuer turned out to be his coke dealer.
Oh, of course. You know what? That's a really reliable coke dealer, though. You can call him.
Good job, dude.
Yeah. Yeah. Responsible.
My date had left me at the bar to go buy coke. The dealer was nice, though. We still follow each other on Instagram.
Happy ending.
He became a realtor and got married a few years back. My date is now a high-level executive at a Fortune 500 company.
Oh, of course.
That
Yeah.
sounds right.
Cocaine? That sounds, exactly.
100%.
Yeah.
That's,
yeah.
That makes so much sense. If I was writing that movie, that's exactly how it would.
It's like the reliable coke dealer's like got this beautiful, nice life. He sells houses now instead of coke.
Yeah.
Maybe still coke. Who knows?
Maybe also coke. Yeah, on the side. Bringing a little extra in.
Hey, listen, in this economy, you got to respect
Everybody,
a side hustle.
everybody needs a side gig. Yeah.
Oh, God. So this story says, around 6 months after being widowed, I went on a Tinder date. First time on a dating sites and first time going on a date from one. He was cute, nice, and had a lot to add to anything I initiated conversation on. We got pulled over as I had a headlight go out during the date. We essentially just drove around talking a lot. We were young at the time. Officer asks us each to get out of the car, and not even 2 minutes into speaking to us separately, 5 other, 6 in total, cruisers pull up and we're surrounded. It was Thanksgiving time, so it was cold. This clearly was taking a while. I asked the officer who was with me if I could grab my coat, and he responded, "Not until we're done searching your car."
Oh, God.
To avoid typing a novel with the next details, he was a wanted felon who gave me a fake name. I had to pull out my Tinder conversation to prove to the cop I did not know his real name, as I was being screamed at for covering for him and lying to the police.
Oh my God.
He'd
Don't trust
also
nobody.
emptied his pockets under my car seats when the cops first pulled up. Unbeknownst to me, there was marijuana, coke paraphernalia up the wazoo, plus a bunch of empty nippers. So
What's
much
that?
shit.
I don't even know what that is.
What's
It's like
nippers?
I think they're like
Oh. The things that you hold a joint with?
I think so, right? Isn't that nippers?
Oh.
I don't fucking
So,
know.
no
write in and
idea.
let us know.
So much shit. But since it was my car, I got all the charges. I'd been denied jobs because of it. And yes, I paid to have it expunged as these were not my items, nor did I know about them. Clearly, that doesn't actually take it off your record. I also never consented to a search, which I would have because I had nothing to hide. So I thought, needless to say, there was no second date. And I am very lucky I didn't spend the night in jail.
First date. First date. It's
after
on your
being-
record.
Puts it on your
widow.
record.
First date after being a widow,
I'm
6
moving
months.
to the woods. That's enough. That's enough.
A fucking felony,
I'm done.
bro.
Like,
Oh my God. That is so shitty to do
Dude.
to
Yeah.
another person. Like,
but
honestly.
these people are just so fucking selfish. They don't think about other people.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that's.
And
6
Cassie?
months. 6 months widowed. And you're just
Oh,
like, you know what?
God,
I'm
she's
gonna,
like, I'm gonna get
go
back
on
out
a
there.
date. I'm gonna get myself back out there. I'm gonna talk to this great guy.
Oh, that's horrible. That's horrible. Cassie, that story is going to play into my Tainted Love. So
No way.
Uh-oh.
Mm.
All
Uh-oh.
right. Okay. Well, you guys want to
All
say
right.
5 and then we'll come back with the Tainted Love?
Sounds good.
Yes.
And we're back.
Okay, so this is the last Tainted Love for the next couple of months. I kind of wish I had done a heavy hitter, but you know, sometimes you just hear a story and you're like, that's the one. I'm going to do that one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'm going to just jump right in. I'm going to let you know. This is going to piss you off.
Great.
Oh,
Yeah, you're going to get pissed off.
Any content warnings that we should know about?
I mean, I would say, yeah, content warning for domestic abuse, content warning for abuse against children, really. I mean,
Ooh.
teenagers, but children. Okay, so jumping in. So John Blauvelt met Cati Piver when she was just 20 and he was 26. So John was a soldier and a U.S. Army recruiter. So that was kind of his main job, like his main post within the Army. And he was really well known and well respected in Simpsonville, South Carolina, which is a small city of about 20,000 people. So at the time, Cati worked at a restaurant next door to the recruiting office. And so she would spend a lot of time with John, who did eventually convince Cati to enlist in the Army. So the two soon began dating, and even though her Army career would be short-lived, she had an undiagnosed underlying issue with her spine that prevented her from moving forward with basic training 2 months in. The two would soon begin dating anyway. So friends would say that Cati seemed really happy and really smitten in the relationship at first, even if her family was not impressed with John. They said that he just seemed kind of cold. He was uninterested. He was unengaged in family functions and events. We all know boyfriends like that.
Yeah.
They just kind of like
Yes.
show up and like sit, you know,
Oh, my
and you're like,
God.
is he really different when the two of you are together alone, or like what's
No.
up? Because yeah, the vibes are not great. But about a year after the two began dating, seemingly out of the blue, Cati told her mother that she and John had gone to the courthouse that day and gotten married. Just like a by the way, Mom, today, you know, we ran some errands, got some coffee, got married. And the couple.
Do you know how upsetting I feel like that would be for a parent, like to not
Yep.
be invited to your.
Or just not even
I mean,
be
I know
let
people
in.
do that, but it's just, it is.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Because
To
she had
me,
a
I'd
good
be like,
relationship.
to me, it isn't even like one of those things. Like if my son was like, hey, we ran off to the courthouse and got married, I'd be like, okay. I mean, it makes sense. There's a lot of people. We're all over the place. if he lived close to me, I would be like, that kind of sucks. Like, that's kind of shitty.
She lived with her mom.
That's okay. That's
yes. So she lived
Yeah.
with her mom, and it's not, again, like, people can do whatever they want. Some people really want a private ceremony, so that's fine. It's just not even being let in on that this was something that was on your mind, that
Right?
you just didn't see it coming at all. It's like really, blindsiding. So the couple immediately leaves to go on a honeymoon, and apparently the honeymoon was really lovely, but not long after they return, cracks begin to form in the relationship. So John moves Katie into his 4-bedroom house. He owns a house. And she finds a job that she loves as a manager at PetSmart. She loves animals and she's really happy there. And she's ready to settle into domestic life. Like, she wants to have kids. She wants to focus on their life together as a couple. But John is more interested in partying. And here's where you're going to start getting pissed. So John's job as a recruiter allows him a lot of access to young people.
High schools. Yep.
He spent a lot of time at the local high school talking to teens who they revered him. They looked up to him. One girl named Allie said that she thought of John as a role model, that he had all of his ducks in a row. He looked out for her. Like, they respected him. Of course, he's like a young and cool authority figure, and he's at the high school all the time in his uniform, right? But now John is in his late 20s, and he would host parties day in and day out in his home with the kids from the local high school.
No.
So
Wow.
Girl.
Mm-hmm.
No.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
The way I would
Yes.
run, not walk away from this situation immediately, if not sooner.
But the thing is, yes, absolutely. She's 21. Like, she's newly 21. He started dating her when she was 20 and he was 26. So he's in his late 20s. She's 21. He also, I think, like, used his authority in that relationship initially. Like, that's kind of his thing. So Allie, who was 16 at the time and occasionally crashed at the house, would later say that they smoked weed all day, every day. And John would supply them with booze, acid, and cocaine on occasion.
Jesus Christ, dude.
When Katie's teenage cousin came by, John insisted that she stay with the couple. And so she moved in on a semi-permanent basis.
No.
Fucking weird.
No.
It's weird for you to want my teenage cousin to live with us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
I don't like that.
So Katie's patience is wearing thin. And then John begins blatantly flirting with a 17-year-old girl named Hannah Thompson, who parties and sometimes crashes at the house. And I don't even know if she's 17 at this point or if she's 16. I'm not sure. But Hannah, she's a teenager, high school student. She very clearly had a crush on John. She despised Katie. And when things soon become too much for Katie to take, and she moves out only 3 months into their marriage, the two waste no time, Hannah and John. Hannah moves into his bedroom. And at this point, John is 28.
911. 911.
What
I
are we
have an
doing?
emergency. Yes, exactly. Because you are a predator. And this is annulled immediately. Like,
Yeah. So Katie has moved out. Hannah has moved into the bedroom, and even the other teens who frequent the house are like, this is fucking weird. This is creepy. Like, this is not normal. Like, So eventually Hannah's father would file a police report after he hadn't seen his daughter for 2 weeks.
Why were we waiting for 2 weeks?
I mean, maybe he was in contact with her and he was trying to convince her to come home or something. I don't know. But finally it was just like, you're not going to get her to come home on her own. So like,
she's a
you gotta
child.
get the police involved.
This is a crime that's happening. We're getting the fucking authorities involved.
So that evening, police show up at John Blauvelt's home. And when they arrived, he had several teens inside, including Hannah and Allie, the girl that I talked about earlier. And he refuses to come out. So he tells the teens to lock the doors and stay inside. Eventually, police drew their weapons, and John exited the house. So very scary situation to be in. So for these children to be in. So he was taken into custody and charged with contributing to the delinquency of a minor. Mm-hmm. Police talked to Cati the next day, and I see your face, Cassie, and I wondered about that too, but
it's not really enough.
No, it's not. She's 17. I wonder what the age of consent is in South Carolina. Because she's a minor, but that doesn't... This is America.
Yeah, that's right.
And that doesn't mean that,
Gross.
you know. So police talked to Cati the next day, police talked to Cati the day John was arrested. And she told them about an incident that had happened a month earlier in which John had abused her, threatened her with a gun to her head, and made threats against her family. So the Fountain Inn Police Department investigate this, and they end up charging John with domestic violence. And Cati gets a restraining order issued to try and prevent him from seeing her. Mm-hmm. So, of fucking course, the army is like, well, you can't be a recruiter anymore.
Right.
Well, actually, I'm surprisingly like, that makes me happy that
it's probably just honestly more a liability thing than anything, sadly. But so they take him off. But yes, absolutely. Let's give credit where it's due. They take him off duty for that immediately. They also cut his pay and reassigned him to a small back office and began an investigation that would more than likely lead to his dismissal. So according to everyone, John's friends, family, Cati's family, the teens in the house, even the detectives working the case, they all said that John's identity was wrapped up in being a soldier, in being part of the army. It's all he had ever really wanted in life. And so now he was more than likely going to be dishonorably discharged, and he was furious. Not only that, but Cati was beginning divorce proceedings against him.
Yeah.
So Allie one of the teens would later say that he directed his fury at Cati. Why do you still have access to this girl?
Yeah, yes. Exactly. Like what? So she left, and like he's messing around with
because she filed domestic violence charges. Yeah. But still, it's just like, she's not the reason why. She honestly probably wouldn't have filed charges. She probably just wanted to leave and be left alone. Mm-hmm. But you fucked up to such a degree that the police came to her. Yeah. Yeah. So, Allie would say that he blamed Cati for ruining his life and his military career. She would also
always somebody else's fault, huh?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. She would also say that he would threaten to kill Cati on multiple occasions, but no one took him seriously. On October 24th, 2016, Cati went to her job at PetSmart and did not return home. The next morning, her mother would file a missing persons report. She immediately believed her daughter was dead. Like, immediately, she's like, I just had a feeling. It's the worst feeling in the world. And that police need to speak to John Blauvelt. After midnight on the 26th, two of Cati's friends had a hunch that led them to an abandoned farmhouse in the woods that teens were known to party at, and that Cati and John had visited on occasion. There they found Cati's body cold and folded into a concrete box. Police found evidence. This is horrible. Police found evidence that she was killed on the gravel driveway and dragged face down through a window in the farmhouse before being placed in the box that was often used by the partygoers for trash, beer cans. She had been beaten and stabbed so severely that the blade of the knife had actually broken off in her neck, and that is eventually what killed her. So police questioned John Blauvelt a week later and are struck that he doesn't seem to be as distraught as they would expect.
Right.
At one point...
Oh, hey, your wife died.
At one point, like maybe sensing that his reactions are coming across strange to investigators, he says, quote, I lost a friend. Maybe not the best wife, but I lost a fucking friend. Like, why would you say that? Why would you say that? And then tells them that he visited the funeral home to visit Cati to see her body. with his new girlfriend, Hannah Thompson.
Yuck.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. Investigators later described John as arrogant, cocky, and narcissistic, but when asked directly if he killed Cati, he says no. When they interview Hannah, she's a mess. This is a 17-year-old. She says she doesn't know anything, but she's unconvincing as fuck. She's like crying, she's shaking, and though she's unwilling to fold on John. They tell her, quote, this is just like, please, we have to start talking to teenagers about this. They tell her, quote, you may love John and you may think you two are going to get married and walk down the yellow brick road, okay? But no man and no woman is worth going to prison for.
Amen.
Yeah.
And she's like, I know, you know. When they show her an autopsy photo of Cati, she starts crying and says she doesn't want to do this anymore and can she please leave? She says she wants to help but wants to leave now. And having nothing to hold her on, police have to let her go. So police are still processing the hard evidence, including DNA and John's cell phone records. And in lieu of that, they also had to let him go. Not long after the interview, John disappears. And he's taken 17-year-old Hannah with him. So
Surprise, surprise.
Yep.
they
on
call
the run.
U.S. They call the U.S. Marshals, and for about a month they have nothing until they uncover surveillance video of John and Hannah shopping in Texas and New Mexico. They also got a couple of hits on his car, but when local authorities responded, the couple was gone. Finally, not long after this, investigators catch a break when Hannah contacts her family and says she wants to return home to Simpsonville. Of course.
Yeah.
So she returns home. Investigators, of course, they want to talk to her. She says that she has no idea where John is now or where he's heading. She explained that she got disillusioned with life on the run. First, they ran out of money and started having to panhandle to make ends meet. And then their car broke down, and being unable to call for assistance because he's a fucking fugitive, they had to hike miles and miles in the Pacific Northwest weather on foot. And she was like, that did it for me.
Yeah.
Wow.
She does tell investigators that while on the road, John confessed to killing Cati. He told her that he took her to the abandoned house and that his knife had broken off in her neck, a detail that had not been released. So Thompson told conflicting stories about her own involvement, eventually saying she dropped John off by PetSmart the day Cati disappeared and then left. Thompson says that she did not know he planned to kill Cati, but later that day he asked her to help hide Cati's car, and she admitted that she lied in her first interview. John definitely manipulated Hannah, telling her that if she lied to the police, he would keep her safe. And later, when he confessed to the murder, he said that he had done what he'd done so that the two could be together.
Yeah.
So,
Wait,
I'm not saying Hannah...
But why? Why? You could have been together. You were getting divorced.
No, but it doesn't make sense. It's not rational. It's just you're dealing with a 17-year-old brain that's not fully formed, right? And she's in love with this person and he's manipulating her. Like, I'm not saying Hannah is innocent by any means. I'm just saying she's being manipulated by this person as well. Two things can be true. So Hannah swore that John had not contacted her in any way since she left, but admitted that she still had feelings for him. Over the next 6 years, police would interview Hannah repeatedly, but were no closer to finding John.
Wow.
He left and was just on the run for 6 fucking years. Then, in June of 2022, Hannah admitted that her and John had been in contact the whole time.
No.
For years. And in the beginning, when she first gave that statement to police, they talked every day, multiple times a day, sometimes for hours, communicating via Facebook Messenger and Snapchat. And this is when you have to be like, all right, Hannah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Girl. So she told them she realized that what she had done was wrong and gradually began offering them more leads. She thought that John might still be in Oregon, and she added that he had told her that he'd been living with another woman for years. So based on this information, they were able to find John's new girlfriend in Medford, Oregon.
Another teenager?
I don't think so. Because spoiler alert, he was living off of her.
Of course.
So he's
my God.
I think teenagers are the preference, but
Yeah.
if he can't do that, then he's going to leech off of someone he can take advantage of in a different way.
Yep.
So they start staking out this woman's house, and they know that John has a distinctive tattoo of a pirate on his forearm. So when they see a man who matches John's description leave the house, he's not wearing a shirt, and they notice the tattoo, the team moves in. They draw their weapons and demand that he get on the ground, which he does. When they go into the house, they see that had they not found John outside, the encounter could have been very different because he kept a loaded gun on his nightstand. So he tells authorities that they're mistaken. His name is Ben Klein. But they're able to test. They have this little device, which I'm like, we are living in the future. They have this device that allows them to test his fingerprints on the spot. So within a couple of minutes, they're able to determine that his fingerprints do, in fact, match John Blauvelt. Okay, so this is how it like kind of links up with the story that you just told, Cassie. The woman he had been in a relationship with for 6 years had no idea about John's true identity or his past.
Wow.
And you can hear her, like, I believe her. Like, she is blown away that, like, she's been with him for 6 years.
She thinks his name's Ben Klein.
She thinks his name is Ben Klein. And they're like, we're arresting him. And she's like, for what? And they're like, for murder.
Oh, my God.
Could you imagine?
Horrible.
6
Yeah,
years.
she's got a raid in her house. She comes home from work. There's a raid on her home. Like, can you fucking imagine? And like, he barely worked, you know, because it's like he doesn't have a true identity. So like, he barely worked. He did odd jobs. Mostly she left him at home to take care of her animals. Like, insane.
Wow.
Okay. So John was brought back to South Carolina to await trial. Just 3 months later, Hannah Thompson would be charged with 5 felonies, including obstruction of justice and accessory after the fact.
Yeah.
She would plead not guilty and be released on bail. Prosecutors found a journal that John had kept on the run in which he wrote, "I did it," though admittedly without context. In September, which why even write anything at that
Right.
point?
Why would you even
Like,
write that?
dude.
What a weird. Okay.
In September of 2024, 8 years after Katie's death, John Blauvelt went on trial for murder. Hannah Thompson is the defense's key witness. She admits on the stand both that she loved John and that she helped to hide Katie's car after her murder. She testifies that while on the run, he told her that he killed Katie, and she gives those details, again, that like only the killer would know. The defense attacked Hannah's credibility, pointing to the number of times she had lied. But the prosecution makes sure that the jury knows that Hannah is getting no deal for her testimony, even though she is facing 55 years for her part in this ordeal. The trial lasted 4 days, and the jury was out for only 5 hours before finding John Blauvelt guilty. And then ultimately, just last year on August 20th, 2025, Hannah Thompson pleaded guilty to 1 count of obstruction of justice and 1 count of misprison, which I didn't know what that was, so I looked it up. It's a legal term that refers to the concealment of a serious crime, of a felony, and she was sentenced to 3 years probation. So, yeah, she got a flight. I'm sure she got a flight because she testified.
Yeah, and then they gave her a deal after.
After,
they got what
yeah,
they needed.
and yes, and to be not to be fair, because like there's really no excuses for she concealed him for 6 fucking years.
That's fucking
Even
insane.
when they talked to Katie's sister about how she feels about Hannah Thompson, She says initially, I would say, I'm paraphrasing because I don't have it in front of me, but she said something like, initially, I would say that she was just a scared kid, 17-year-old girl who was in love, who was manipulated. But the fact that she hid it for so long, like she knew what she was doing at that point, you know? Yep. And so, but without her, they probably would never have found John at all because she was able to give them details that eventually led to his arrest. So I would imagine the fact that she helped them find him and then she helped him get convicted probably worked in her favor. But yeah, that is the murder of Cati Blauvelt. Oh, so upsetting.
Wow.
God.
This idiot was able to elude authorities for 6
That's
years.
Insane. That's
mooching off of and using women
Another
and young
woman.
girls. Oh my God.
Yep.
Gross. Infuriating. I have not heard that story.
I hadn't either. Yeah,
no, that's
so it was
crazy.
It was a new one for me. Yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
I don't know why that didn't get flagged or caught earlier. Like a army recruiter regularly partying with
Yeah, because you also know teenagers are the worst at keeping secrets.
Exactly.
Truly.
Yeah, somebody probably heard something at some point. It's not a big city either. 20,000 people.
There's no parent around that's like, hold up. Not okay.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, it seems like even after he, had that charge of contributing to delinquency of a minor, he was still seeing Hannah and he was still having teens in the house. So
like, where's
I don't
Hannah's
know.
parents? Like,
I don't know. I mean, her dad, obviously he filed a missing or like a report to police, but if she's just going to leave and go do, what are you going to do? Like lock her in a bedroom?
It makes me sad. It makes me think of that poor little girl that singer murdered and put in his Tesla.
oh my God. Yes.
I don't know. This.
Oh shit. What the hell's that guy's name?
It's like David, but the A is a 4. And then she was like 13.
Oh,
Baby. You haven't heard this story?
No.
Yeah,
But there is something. Look. There is some. Even when I heard 20 and 26, which is, it happens, right? I'm not saying every 26-year-old who's in a relationship with a 20-year-old is a predator. That's not how I feel. But even when I heard that, when he, started dating Katie, it's just, if you're a high school recruiter and you're spending a lot of time around 17, 18-year-olds and you choose to date somebody who's 20 years old.
Yeah.
And by the way, this girl looks young. Looks really young.
Yeah.
She barely looks 20.
Yeah.
And she was 22 by the time she died.
Here's the thing though. If I was 20 and I was dating somebody that's 26, which was definitely like happening at that time, and all they wanted to do was hang out with high school kids, I would have gotten major ick from that, like immediate ick.
Mm-hmm.
It's just it's a weird thing. It's like Matthew McConaughey's character in Dazed and Confused.
I kept thinking that.
God,
I kept thinking that when I was writing this. It's exactly the same thing.
Like,
there is something so fucking wrong with you.
That's not hot at all. That's
It's
very weird that you want to hang out with people that are still in high school when you're not.
Oh.
It's, why would you want that? I didn't even want to hang out with high schoolers when I was in high school.
Right.
Yeah. I mean,
who would you have hung out with?
Yeah.
But who would you have hung out with if we weren't allowed to hang out with 20-somethings? Oh my God.
Gross.
Yeah. Icky.
Icks. What are you guys watching this week?
I'm not watching anything, but I am. I did just finish another book in the series that I'm reading from that Sun trial or the Sun Queen trial. It's really good. So I just started the last book moments before we started recording.
Nice.
Well, I'm loving your book rec from last week so far. I haven't had a lot of time to get into it, but I have. Obviously, this is a holiday weekend. I have nothing else to do today, and I'm so excited. Yeah.
It didn't let me skip the line for the audiobook, Cassie. I wanted to so that I could, but I have it on hold. So when it comes through, I will listen to it.
Darn.
I am, they're keeping me fed. They're keeping me fed on Netflix. I have not watched Widow's Bay yet because I just realized I don't have an active Apple TV subscription right now. Gonna get one, but don't have one at the moment. So, but on Netflix, they released more episodes of Law and Order I haven't seen. I'm like, oh God.
Oh, Chris
God
was saying
bless.
that the Toronto one was a masterclass. He said it's probably right next to Criminal Intent. He said it's his like
What?
second favorite. Yeah, the
What
Toronto.
are you talking about? There's a Toronto Law and Order?
Yeah.
Is it on Netflix?
I don't know what it's on.
Okay, text me later. The way I will watch all of these, if I could watch Law and Order UK, the way I've been dying to watch Law and Order UK and cannot find it anywhere, I want to see them in those little wigs. Give me.
Yeah, right.
You're like, what the fuck?
Can you not watch it on like Acorn or BBC or one of those?
Maybe I don't
channels?
have those. Yeah, I don't have active subscriptions to those. But
Got
I mean,
it.
I would consider it if I knew that that's where I could watch it. So
Yeah, check on your if you have Amazon.
I
Maybe
love
check
watching
on-
law
Yeah.
shows. I also watched
Me too.
Criminal. There's like an episode. There's like a show called Criminal United Kingdom.
Yes, I know that one. Yeah.
I love law shows in other countries because I'm like so curious about their legal system.
Justice
Yeah.
system. Yeah.
Yeah. How do you guys do it?
How do you
I wanna
do
know.
it?
Yeah.
We've been on a rewatch of No Reservations, like Anthony
Oh, nice.
Bourdain kick.
Oh,
Yeah.
I love him.
Love him so much. So yeah, that's kind of where we're at, along with Widow's Bay. Those are our two shows. That's pretty much it. And yeah, it's thoughts and prayers for me as I comfort my husband, who is doing something very, very hard right now, which is quitting smoking. But boy, do they!
Well, we're gonna go to the beach tomorrow.
How
we're gonna
much
really
they're suffering.
relax. Yeah, that's a man who's sick. Yeah, that's par for the course. But we're gonna go to the beach tomorrow. We're gonna have like a really nice, relaxing day. And in the meantime, listeners, please send all of your good energy to Eric and Christina. Send her strength.
Yeah.
No, mostly
You know?
mostly Eric. Like I'm so proud of him, and I'm so happy that he's doing this. I understand it's incredibly difficult. So thoughts and prayers.
Well, how long has he been smoking? A long time.
Like most of his life. Yeah, since he was a
Like,
teenager.
he's got a physical dependency. It's gonna be hard to break, But we're
Yeah.
proud of him. Sending love.
Exactly. And if somebody has invented the impossible cigarette, definitely
We wanna
hit me
know.
up. We want to know. Inquiring minds immediately. Well, if you guys have something that we should read or watch, if you have a wonderful message to send us, like our friend Aaliyah did today, if you just want to say hello, go to our one-stop shop of a website. It's myworstatepodcast.com. And we love you so much.
Cheers.